Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Bozmos2, where we are playing Chaco. It is turn 60. Let's jump into things. Alright, so we have completed Alteration 5 on our way up to Alteration 6. Honestly, all the way up to 7. Potentially all the way up to 9, depending on situations. We have empowered Silver 1 in Astral. There has been the Throne of Zeal claimed. Some augury. Auspex nothing. Voice of Apsu has found a Mercury Pond. This is a +2 water site. Cool. We found a Graveyard of the Damned. Nice. This is a +2 death gem site. We finally have some death gems. We've got 6 now, so we can do 2 site searches per turn. Jeez. Gnome Lore found nothing. Auspex found nothing. Augury found nothing. Another Gnome Lore found nothing. More prophet proclamations, and then we have some battles. First and foremost, we have a battle between Irmor and Atlantis. So, I've been on both sides of this conversation where, you know, like I've spoken to Irmor about how things are going, what's happening. I've spoken to Atlantis, you know, hey, you know, we should kill Irmor. This is them, not me. But spoken to Marverni, or not Marverni, Satis, with basically the same kind of concept. I, so far, am kind of just staying out of the Irmorian wars. I just don't feel like I get anything out of messing with them. But I am going to keep my eyes on the situation and see how it unfolds over the course of the very near future. So, we'll see how this all pans out. This is a very small raiding force, it looks like. Not really much of anything going on here. So, Irmor loses 8, takes the province. We have some battles. We have a battle in the halls. Okay. And this is where we flew in with a Wuya to try to be annoying. We found some shamans, some air shamans, as well as a regular fire shaman, and a bunch of crazies, actually. All of these are Kingub crazies. So, this is interesting. I do not know if this was, like, intended to be a catch. Like, if this was like, oh, we're gonna catch him out with this. Because he's got a whole bunch of... Ah, there you go. That's what it is, I bet. Got a whole bunch of, No, it can't be. These guys don't seem like they're scripted. Right? Resist cold, protection from fire? Why would they be doing that? But what they could be doing, did they actually hit me? Was Pillar of Fire. Yeah, there we go. So Pillar of Fire could actually do some real damage. Fortunately, because we have a Burning Pearl, a Dragon Helmet, and on this particular character, a Firebrand, we are mitigating quite a bit of damage, but Pillar of Fire is strong enough to burn through that. See, 5 damage right there. 12 damage right there. Oof. Fortunately, we've got a lot of resistance. We go up in the air, come down, immediately kill... we immediately kill one, amusingly. We killed one, our shock from our Scutata Volturnus kills another, and then someone else Pillar of Fire a third. So that's unfortunate. For them. Ah, then we've got Bonds of Fire on us. We've got very high strength, though, so I think we can just kind of like break out of that easily enough. Still getting hit with Pillars of Fire, which is very annoying. Land, and now we're trying to fight through Spider Chaff, just kind of a pain in the butt. Oof. They're trying everything in the book here to keep us down. It is fortunately not really working. I'm actually surprised at how frequently those bonds of fire are connecting. Oof. And those 12 damage hits, they hurt. They hurt quite a bit. Yeah, after having experienced this, this definitely looks like this was intended to try to catch me out and burn me down with pillars of fire. Potentially something that could have worked, but yeah, I don't know. Let's speed up. Kill. Kill. And... am I fatigued out? Holy shit, I'm fatigued out. No, don't let him go. Okay, well, he routed. Okay, we killed 36 units. We killed 8 Kangub Crazies, which are interesting units. We killed 3 Kangub Shamans, also interesting. This was a fair little chunk of change. I mean, this isn't like, oh god, he just lost so much, but this is an unfun loss. All aimed at, if we look at this, right? 3 shamans, it's 300 gold. And then these Kangub Crazies are 45 each, so for quick math, we'll do them at 50, right? Lost 8, so that's another 400. So 700 gold lost trying to take out this 580 Wuya, which, in fairness, that would have been a hell of a coup, right? That would have been very, very good if he had gotten this Wuya, so. Not a bad idea. And very, very much could have worked. We've got a battle on Chaco. This one is going to be relatively simple. This is just us blessing up some Katsina warriors and going up against some basic werewolves, I believe. So. Shouldn't have any issues here. Poke, 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 poke. Sounds about right. We lost 1 Katsina warrior in that. We have a battle in Isipin, or Isepne. This one is less of a catch, it looks like. He's got some Kangub Raiders. These guys are going to get to me before I am through my buff cycle, though. Because they are quick. Strength of Gaia. Fortunately, we get the really important ones off. We're blessed, we're iron-skinned, and we have Strength of Gaia up. So. Auto Earth Soften. Summon Earth Power coming out. And the Raiders are routed. The soldiers come in. No big deal. Able to kill off large swaths of them very easily. Sweet. Oh. He wants more! More blood! My goodness. Alright. That's enough of that. So, cool. Killed, 9 of the Raiders. Another little chunk of change. So, again, we go back to that kind of concept of we're just trying to do as much damage. Obviously, we're playing with really expensive toys between our Monkatsinas and our Wuyas. But, if each Wuya that we throw out there does, you know, catches a couple of little scenarios off guard, I mean, we're killing temples and we're killing clusters of units. it adds up after a while. Worldwide event, we got another magic +3, more units horror marked, which is kind of annoying. Unexpected event in Hesperia, +5 nature gems. Unexpected event in Traban, we gained a hardwood club, which is a little meh. -1 dominion from powerful memories of the Almighty have escaped from the throne of the Pantocrator. People are terrified, and the faith in the Pretender Guards has decreased. So, oops. And then worldwide unrest by Elzador, he who confuses the way, is breaking out of his cosmic egg. I can't remember if that's King Gobia's. I don't know. Construction wooded fort in Packwoods is completed, and then we did a whole bunch of patrolling all over the place. What are we doing this turn? Well, we're kind of keeping it up. We've got, so here's the deal, right? This war against Kangobia has been very slow to start up, right? We had a couple of, we've been going at this for almost 20 turns now. We had the initial kind of like taking Pastina, and a couple of like little engagements here or there. Killed a couple of small armies. He killed a couple thugs. And then we kind of just staled. And then now that we've taken Old Man, it's kind of the scenario of, look, I'm just going to start swinging, right? I went into this with the assumption that I was going to lose. If it's possible that I'm going to win, I'm just going to swing for the fences repeatedly. We'll see how it goes. It might not go well, but we shall see. I do want to do this. So one of the things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gem up a scout and send him over to Faltenberg. So most of what we're focusing on this turn is attacking Kangobia more. We've got a little bit of stuff going on over in our actual core. Most of it is, what the fuck is this? Why is this person move? Okay, so this has happened a couple of times where the lag in this game, look, I just clicked this. That's how long it takes. The lag in this game is starting to get a little fierce. And it causes, like, sometimes I'll just have people moving and I'm like, wait, what are you fucking doing? Like, there, he's not even supposed to be doing. What is he supposed to be? I think he's actually supposed to be doing a storm spool. Alright. So we're sending Koshari back to Chaco to patrol there. We're sending Koshari up to Black Alps to patrol there. We have a Sun Priest preaching up in Umador to be able to hopefully hold Irmor's at bay, Irmor's Dominion at bay, just in this little area. We are moving another sorceress up top to Pastina. We're moving another crystal sorceress up top to Pastina. Moving more crystal sorceresses from Temiglia, recruiting more crystal sorceresses, back to recruiting Wuyas and Katsina warriors, back to recruiting Jade Maidens, etc. And then the big focus is movement in the area around Chaco's territory. We're gonna raid into Pastina with Wuya 17. I think that this is likely going to result in a death, but we're gonna try it anyways. I'm gonna raid into Peacehaven with Wuya 2. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna raid into Loreborough with Monkatsina 6. We are heading over to Tagregus, in case, there's movement into that area, on Mong 9. And then Mong 7 and Mong 5 are actually heading on to Blue Moss Forest. I said I wanted to let this guy deal with his own indies, but these are going to be very easy for us to kill. And I want to put potentially tough bodies on Blue Moss Forest because we're moving the army to Faldenberg. We're not gonna stick around. This might backfire. We might lose the entirety of this army, and if we do lose the entirety of this army, that's a oof, that hurts. That's going to be a big army to lose. So not really looking forward to that. But we have all of the stuff that we have been using ready and available here. We have Serpent's Blessing mixed in with things, along with Foul Vapors now, so that's good. We've got our Arrow Fins and our Wind Guides available for things. We've got Air Elementals set into the mix. We've got, Soul Slays, Thunder Strikes, etc. Anti-Magic, and then we've just generally got strong units. I don't know, right? We're kind of like rolling the dice on Kangobia's definitely got better research than us, and if we just wait around, we can probably outlast them in this kind of, because they're at war with other people, and not all of those people are. Some of those people are very strong. Tortuga comes to mind, right? But we could just kind of wait it out and pick at what's left of Kangobia as their strength kind of like fails to other targets. But again, like I've talked about this, I don't really want to wait around for eternity. And while I do not expect to win this game in any stretch of the imagination, I would like to be a nuisance to somebody, whether it's to Kangobia or whether that's to who the fuck else, Irmor, whatever, right? And the only real way that I'm going to do that is by picking up some speed in the next 10 to 20 turns. I believe a general consensus has been decided that the game is going to end at turn 100 because there's just too many thrones required to win. I think it's set at 35, which is pretty high considering the amount of thrones that are available. So the decision's basically been made that once turn 100 rolls around, whoever has the most thrones wins. Cool. It's great. Fantastic. I love the idea of that because that gives me, a scenario to just shoot for. Am I gonna be at the top of that list? No. No, I am not. Can I maybe take a couple thrones and try to play spoiler by defending those thrones against people? Yeah, maybe. That would be cool. That'd be fun. In the meantime, I'm gonna try to hit some better research. We're gonna try to take out Kangobia, maybe start a war with someone else, and just kind of like generally play the game and have some fun, right? I actually really enjoy games where I don't really feel like I have to worry too much about winning, because it frees me from having to worry specifically about that thing. I can just mess around and try other dumb stuff. So that's kind of the plan right now. So we're gonna attack with this army into Faldenborg, and if we lose this army, if we lose this army, that sucks. We're gonna lose a lot to whatever is there, a lot of power, but at the same time, we have a lot of power here in Pastina, right? This was the goal again by building up and taking Old Man, is we can have now this force out in the world to fight against Kangobia while still feeling relatively safe that we have our empire closed off from invasion, that type of thing. This is going to be more reinforced by the fact that we now have Jade Sork 5 over here doing Naiad Warriors, right? So we have 28 water gems per turn, a lot of water gems per turn. Naiad Warriors cost 18, I think. I believe that's the case. Yeah, it costs 18, and it gets us 15 Kidnids, and Kidnids are very good. They're not a lot of HP, right? But they are amphibious, which might come into play later, depending on what we're doing. And, oh, hey, there's another battle that we got to see. We didn't see this earlier. Reyna's down here, Reyna's down here. Irmor attacked here and in Ultima Delca as well. So really interesting to see. I wonder if they attacked in various other locations down here. Kind of cool. So Naiad Warriors are going to be potentially Arachnids are going to be potentially useful for us, and their translation of gems into strength, right? A bunch of bodies, very good efficiency for turns on the sorceresses, and they take a buff really well, right? They have 3 pieces of armor. If we get up to something like Army of Gold or Lead, they take a protection buff really well. The only downside to them is that they don't have a lot of HP. They're sitting at human HP 10, so that's kind of meh. But otherwise, they're great chaff. I'm very excited about them. But to really kind of like utilize that, we do need to kind of rush this Alteration 9 thing. That's not necessarily a bad thing though, because we can also go for something like Wish. Start utilizing Wish for a couple things. I've never had a game where I've really played with Wish. This, again, knowing that I don't have to worry about winning, it can be liberating, so maybe I'll try to mess around with some Wish stuff. That would be cool, right? We also get a bunch of other stuff going further in Alteration. We can get Will of the Fates, which is super good. We can get some buffs, some resistance buffs, which would be very useful for us. There's also this Slow Motion, which I think is a DE spell. It slows the entire battlefield, enemies only, right? Slows them by 50% and reduces their, it's basically anti-quickness, reduces their attack and defense by 2. Which is really cool. It's really interesting. You know, kind of neat. I like seeing more spells like this in DE. Boiling Sea. Detonate. A lot of stuff. Explosive force within the target, causing them to detonate into a gigantic explosion. The force of the blast will tear the target apart, and the resulting fireball will cause damage over a large area. The effect can be resisted, however, the fire magic used will counter any Phoenix Pyre affected on the target if successful. Explosion area 50? Dear Lord Jesus. Holy shit, that's a big-ass fucking explosion. Anyways, so we're probably going to be continuing to move up Alteration. We'll finish Alteration 6 this turn, sitting at 2,000 research. Even with, right, and I want to do this against better judgment, just to show how much we're losing. We're losing 500 research by moving this army towards Faltenberg. And I also really questioned whether or not I should move towards Faldenberg or Blue Moss Forest. I believe Blue Moss Forest has more units in it. So it's probably smarter for me to siege towards Blue Moss Forest rather than Faldenberg, because I could probably cage Faldenberg easier. But here's the thing. I might actually just swap, right? I might head to Faldenberg and then swap over to Blue Moss Forest. And depending on how things go in Pastena over the course of the next few turns, we've got a lot of units here, and I'm recruiting more here in Pastena as well as here in Old Man. We might just try to put together some more armies and march out of Pastena with Naiad warriors, or who knows, right? We've got a lot on the table to try to accomplish. As far as forging and things like those, this is a very regular turn. We're doing another Burning Pearl, we're doing another Armor of Knights and a Copper Plate, another Dragon Helm, another Scutata Volturnus? Yes, another Scutata Volturnus. That's what I'm supposed to be. Not a Storm Spool. I'm supposed to be doing a Scutata Volturnus over here. There we go. And then we're doing more Lightless Lanterns, right? So we're also doing a Ring of Sorcery with Silver 1. So this will put him at Astral 7. We talked about this, right? The whole concept of he can go to Astral 7 now with a Ring of Sorcery. And then we can do a couple of different things. One of the things that we could potentially do is there are other gem. Let's take a look at this. Right, there are other other boosters in the game now. I don't think any one of them is an astral. So this is Tome of Air. This is Air Magic 1. Start of Battle Thunder Ward. That's pretty cool. Staff of Storms. No. I need to look up what it would take to make. I have a lot of weird combinations, but I don't know if any of those combinations are the proper combination for something like. Doesn't look like it. For something like a Robe of the Magi or a Staff of the Magi. Yeah, doesn't look like it necessarily. I'll have to take a look at that. We might have some possibilities for that. But basically the concept would be, you know, getting to a point to where we have 9 astral on silver 1, and maybe not even on silver 1, right? Maybe we just take the base. So he has a base of astral 4. I don't know if we can get anything that's way better than a base of astral 4. We'll look through our. I'll do some homework and I'll look through our specials. Maybe our Masao can do that. I don't think our Coyote can. These Yalatopas are like 2/2s, 2 air, 2 astral. So maybe like our Masao or our. I don't think Spider Grandmother can. Let's just check real quick. Not doing anything else. I need to actually go stream some more Dark Deity. I think that's what I'm doing tonight. Okay. We've got the Dom Inspector up. Check Dominions Enhanced. Check Chaco. Apparently, the last thing I searched for was crabs in the Mod Inspector. And we want to do Summoned. So pull up. Yeah, none of these are the highest astral we get from our stuff, and this is probably the reason why I don't remember it, because it didn't come up, is the Achi Yalatopas. So they're 2 astrals, so that's not going to be useful for us. The Skeleton Man, his big thing is he comes in at Death 4, so he can kind of like break us. I say break us into death, but he actually costs. Yeah, he costs Death 4. So I go back to that whole kind of concept, like, and yes, I know. Again, we could take someone who's less in death, boost them up in death, and then use them to contact Masao. But it's a lot of finagling to try to get up that situation. So we'd have to resort to other summons. I think there are other summons that we could look into, but I don't know that any of them are going to be as simple as trying to just do something like Robe of the Magi or Staves of Wizardry or Staff of Power. I don't remember what those are called. Staff of Elemental Mastery. That's not useful. So not those. Looks like Robe of the Magi might be the only thing we can really look at. And that is Air 5, Blood 5. Oof. Big oof. So, oof. Man, yeah, that's going to be challenging to try to get. We could take one of our Yayapantsas, potentially, once we get to them, and try to do some stuff there, but my goodness. Probably just buy a Robe of the Magi off of someone. Be the effect. Right? Probably. All right. Anyways, I'm just rambling on at this point. We're fighting more. We're pressuring more. We're being a little aggressive. What with the attack from Old Man? We'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed. That's gonna be it for the turn. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.